don't you just go away and come back at midnight? Shoo.
Hey, honey, this is a real big fucking gun.
This ain't no ham on rap, pal.
What the hell are you doing?
Saving your life. I would have been here sooner, but I was thinking up that ham on ride line.
Now you probably scared the other ones away.
What up?
Headhunters, Nimrod. They don't travel alone. Were you always this stupid, or did you take lessons?
I took lessons.
It's Katrina Porter.
And it's Anna Serene. And welcome everybody else.
Welcome to Split Happens, everyone else.
Welcome everybody.
Each week, Katrina and I discuss a movie both of us love. However, only one of us gets to say anything good about it. And they are the pro of the episode, which means the other is the con and they have to attack it. Our one rule to rule them all is the con only has to attack during the synopsis, and if they say anything good about the movie during that time, they will incur a penalty and will have to give some love to a movie that they hate, which the pro gets to decide. So, this week, if Katrina catches a rule break from me, you're going to hear this sound.
I'm in a glass case of emotion!
I just can't wait. Why are you giggling over there?
Because I think I might get one.
I feel pretty confident.
That I'm going to?
Get a button push for me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. This one's going to be a tough one. I truly love this movie. Yes. It is so much fun to watch. But I'm going to try.
What are you going to try?
Here's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to dunk this movie repeatedly in freezing cold water and hope it doesn't have the staying power that Geena Davis has.
Well, staying power, dunking,
freezing cold water,
freezing cold, Geena Davis.
Yeah.
That can only mean
what?
We are doing 1996, The Long Kiss Goodnight. Doing The Long Kiss Goodnight. Everything's gonna be all right.
You actually did do a da-da-da-da-da last, because I was like, that's gonna give it away.
And well, Keeve got it for sure.
Keeve got it for sure. Doug got it, I think, right?
Yeah.
We had a few.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had a few people that got it, and I'm very excited about that.
Oh, speaking of Keeve.
Yeah?
Did you see what he sent us on Instagram?
No. What?
They're freaking auditioning for Twister 2. They've got an open casting call in Oklahoma for Twister 2.
What?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm just now learning about this information. I'm very excited.
Remember when I was gone last week?
Yeah, I do.
I was in Oklahoma.
Stop it. God damn it. I really...
Oh, I would never.
No, you definitely would not. Not even for that? Not even for that?
No, are you kidding me?
EB background.
No. I'd be like, here's your dirt.
For your instincts?
Yeah. You can do it.
Look, I know a little something about this movie. I have a podcast. Here's what it's about.
Where's Bill Pullman?
Where's Bill? Yeah, it is. Oh, wait. No. Damn it. God damn it. I can no longer distinguish the two of them. And I blame you.
Welcome to my world.
Luckily, I'm still good with Terrence Mann and Tim Curry.
Yeah, because they're the same. So there's not a whole ton of trivia for this movie.
Okay.
And the trivia that there is, I wasn't like super into.
Oh.
Maybe
okay.
It's me.
Oh.
Could be me.
It's probably you.
So I'm going to do a little bit. Actually, I'm going to do a couple of trivia things.
Mm-hmm.
That's not true either. I think I've got like one piece of trivia I'm going to do.
Okay.
Pre-synopsis, and then I might sprinkle a dab or two during. But let's just talk about the movie. But not right now.
Just a little dash?
Yeah, just a little. Little da 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 da.
This movie's fucking awesome.
Oh.
It really holds up.
This movie is so good and so ridiculous at the same time, which is our kind of movie.
Yeah.
That's our formula. Are you trying to tell me that this is a movie that is hysterical and doesn't make sense and has Geena Davis and Samuel L. Jackson?
And lots of guns and action and ridiculous like falls and
Skates.
And people won't die and
Dolls. Yeah. Sign me up.
Yeah, I'm already there.
This movie has a budget of $65 million. Mm-hmm. It made $95 million. Didn't do great.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not as much as I would have guessed. It's maybe it's 96. Is it
96.
Okay.
It didn't.
So we're still in VHS territory.
Yeah.
So it probably did really, really well at Blockbuster.
Yes.
Like rental wise, I bet it did great. Oh.
It was directed by Rennie Harlan, who at the time was married to our star, Geena Davis.
It was directed by Rennie Harlan.
Yeah. He directed Die Hard 2.
Yeah. Yes.
He directed the forgettable Cutthroat Island.
Yes.
Which is a piece of the reason that this movie might not have done great.
Yes.
He did Cliffhanger.
Yes, and
he did Nightmare on Elm Street 4, Dream Master.
Oh.
Not to be mistaken with Dream Warriors.
He did something very specific that is, I don't know why I'm not pulling it. Oh.
I was going to say, what did he do?
Well, my hand is like a shark fin. He did Deep Blue Sea.
Oh, of course, yes. Well, with Samuel L. Jackson, right?
Yep. It sure
okay.
was. Oh my God, the most memorable death scene of all time. Spoiler.
Yeah.
My hand is like a shark fin. And if you haven't seen the video for LL Cool J's music video that he did for Deep Blue Sea, my hand is like a shark fin. It is one of the most absurd things you'll ever see. It's incredible.
Yeah.
But we can thank Rennie Harlan for that. Yeah, he's like Finnish.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember from the Nightmare on Elm Street documentary.
Oh, yeah.
He's a bit of a silly goose.
He's a silly goose.
Yeah.
But he did, I mean, this movie, Cutthroat Island, it was his vision that these movies would really try to highlight women as action stars, like women as carrying movies. New Line Cinema, which was the studio who produced the film, considered changing the lead character during development into a male. And they did have your friend Steven Seagal in mind. And oh, Sly Stallone.
Why? Well, I'm glad they came to their fucking senses.
Right. Probably a woman. This screenplay was written by Shane Black, and he was the first writer to sell a script for $4 million, which is what he sold the script of this movie for.
Huh.
He also wrote The Last Boy Scout.
That's okay.
He wrote the first 2 Lethal Weapon movies.
Oh.
He helped with the rewrite on Last Action Hero.
Oh, we were just talking about that.
Right. He also directed Iron Man 3, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, The Nice Guys, and some other stuff.
Oh, we probably need to put The Nice Guys on our list. Mark Wahlberg's hilarious.
Yes.
I love Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Oh, I'll be damned.
You know what Mark Wahlberg is hilarious in? Which I did not think this movie was going to be funny.
Sixth Sense.
Oh, that was Donnie. Fucker.
Hilarious.
And also not funny.
I mean, depends on your perspective.
Date Night with Steve Carell and Tina Fey.
Oh, yeah.
He is so funny. Steve Carell's like, will you just put a shirt on?
Yeah, those Wahlbergs can be awful funny.
But basically, Shane Black is really known as one of the early pioneers of the modern action movie.
I think that seems fair, considering his lineage.
His
filmography.
Yes.
Oh, you got that look about your face, like you're done with your pre-synopsis.
Yes, I am.
I'm gonna take a drink. Hey, this is a rare one. We didn't drink any tequila before this. I mean, outside of a beverage. We drink tequila on its own in a shot glass, an adorable shot glass. Except for all the margaritas we drink.
Oh, I had a fucking flight of margaritas.
How dare you? Okay, first of all, ho. Yes, it was a flight. I like variety. Secondly, It wasn't all margaritas. One of them was pina colada. And delicious. I will add delicious.
You are correct. We did not do our normal shot of tequila in addition to the normal tequila that we drink in our drinks.
All right. I have nothing else. Da, 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 da. Play the fucking song.
All right.
Let the games begin.
Our movie begins with someone with beautiful penmanship writing a missive.
A missive, you say?
Yeah. Which I imagine says something like, Dear me,
to yourself. All right.
in case you forget me, I am a stone cold fox. I can hold my breath for over a minute, don't ask. I don't actually like to cook. Which I think was a trick pulled on me by this guy I've been dating. I think he gave me the old overboard treatment.
I feel this war will never end.
I do like the scrapbooking though. Every page is a memory. Anyway, me. Watch out for deer.
Watch over dear. Tell Prudence I love her so. I think about her every night. Well, I feel like it's too slow. And I thought this was supposed to be an action movie. Oh, speaking of which.
What?
Okay, well, I Googled this movie
Yeah.
to find out where I can watch it. And it was classified as melodramatic and exciting.
Yeah, checks out.
Just like me. That's not a positive about the movie. Okay. Melodramatic and exciting just sounds like...
I will let that go.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Whew. We quickly see that it is the happiest time of the year.
Coldest.
Christmas!
Coldest.
Christmas!
Freezing cold.
It is Christmas parade time in a cute little town called Charmtown.
Charmtown?
Or something like that. I didn't check that out. We see Geena Davis, who plays Samantha Kane.
Huh?
Yeah.
That parade looks cold as shit, and you hate parades.
They're smiling. They're all smiling.
Their mouths are frozen in a smile.
Like
they
the Joker?
started out smiling, and then they couldn't put them down because they were frozen still.
Those little fuckers were moving enough to give the old teacher a little woo, Miss Knobbers.
Teenagers never freeze. I know because I drop off my daughter at school every day, and all those little fuckers are wearing shorts in the wintertime.
It's crazy.
It is crazy. It is crazy. So they're the exception. Everybody else is frozen solid.
No, they all look happy to me.
And you hate parades.
This isn't about me. She tells us that a few years ago, she woke with no memory and nothing but some clothes she didn't remember buying, a key of unknown origin, and she was preggers.
Take out the preggers part. This isn't even in my notes. Take out the preggers part, and this sounds exactly like how the conversation I have with my husband all the time. Like, I don't remember buying it. I don't remember buying these clothes. I don't recall. I don't recall where I was at that time. Did I buy something on Instagram at 3 a.m? I can't say. I'm busy writing a missive.
I go back and forth between being indignant, like, I've had this forever. I cannot believe you don't remember this. And
you gaslighting bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, you're clever.
Yeah. And I think you bought it. I think you bought it for me.
With Ty, he'd be like, he's like, where did this come from? I've had that for. What are those coins that you have? Those look interesting? Are they worth anything?
Remember when we went to that place where they had the rocks?
Yeah.
Hey, Anna.
Oh, yeah.
You know what Sam Kane is an anagram of? Amnesiac.
Oh, fuck me. Really?
It's pretty cool. Pretty cool, right? Well, she is a teacher in Charmtown, and she is seeing a super nice guy who has a dog. And it's Christmas party time.
Don't bring the dog into this.
The dog is so cute. Christmas party time.
Yeah. Okay, first of all, it has a toast. It's not actually a real toast. It's deceptive.
It's hysterical, and it's a great toast.
It's deceptive.
Perfect.
To his audience. And also, he gives one of the most convoluted pieces of advice I've ever heard.
What?
Do you remember what he says?
No.
Of course you don't, because it's ridiculous.
I don't think so.
He's like, may the best of your past be the worst of your future. And
Oh, that's good.
also, may the best of your past be the worst of your past.
May the best of your past
but
be
not the worst of the present, but the best, and definitely in regards to the future, like we were talking about earlier. But in the future, the worst of your future shall be equal to, but no more best of the present, but best of the worst past.
Yeah. He's talking about a DeLorean.
In 1996.
Yeah. He'd already gone to the past.
None of that makes sense.
Yeah. It makes sense.
Nothing I write makes sense. That's a con.
Yes, it is a con. And
I'm
in
confused.
a growth area, I would say. Work on that.
How dare you? I've owned this growth for months. Oh, God, gross. Oh, fuck. I was trying to pull. How did you not notice my growth? And then it's getting worse.
This is getting worse. Stop.
I know. I went down the alley and I can't quite back out because I'm trying to do like a 3-point turn out of this
Okay.
this example.
Well, let me help. Stop with something else.
Okay, thanks.
Samantha's voiceover says she used to hire expensive detectives to figure out who she is, and now she's down to the cheap ones.
Rude.
Bursting onto the next scene is one of the cheap ones, Samuel L. fucking Jackson, who is brilliant as Mitch. One time when he was on the Jimmy Fallon show, he said that Mitch is one of his all-time favorite characters to play, and of course, why wouldn't he?
For real?
For real.
That's quite an accomplishment for him as an actor to be able to hone down a specific character, because he has been in, I mean, this is just I guess
12,000?
number, about 12 million movies.
Yeah. And also, by the way, why have I not gotten credit? I have not pranked you in a long time.
You did earlier
About what?
in the episode.
Oh, I did?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Well, I don't remember, but I know you did it, and I have the ability to edit.
Remember when I was gone last week?
Yeah, I do.
I was
do
in
recall.
Oklahoma.
Stop it. God damn it.
Well, speaking of pranks, Mitch is playing a little prank on someone by pretending to be a cop.
He's not pranking, he's scamming.
He says scam, I say prank.
Con artist.
He's mischievous. Well, he tricks the guy into giving him some money so he doesn't arrest him.
That's illegal?
Yeah. Gray area. Mitch's partner is Trin, and she tells him she has a lead on Amnesiac, and they need to get a hold of her so she can give them some more money.
Amnesiac has a name. It's apparently an anagram of Amnesiac.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Amnesiac, she is driving a drunk guy home from party when she hits a deer, goes flying from the car, drunk guy dies. Samantha has a mini flashback. She sees the deer isn't quite dead.
Yeah.
She snaps his neck.
Yeah.
As you do.
How did she get over to that? To said deer?
She walked.
Really?
Stealthily.
With shoes?
No, they flew out.
So she's barefoot.
Yeah.
Was it like a nice warm summer day?
That's fucking winter, dude, in Charmtown.
Oh, it's winter.
Yeah.
And did she just cross over just a random plain, or was there any like body of water in between?
I wouldn't say it's body of water. I'd say it's like a puddle.
A stream? Stream's fair.
Streams.
But water.
Water.
Freezing cold water.
No, it's not frozen.
No, you know it should be frozen. Or her goddamn toes. She should have frostbite or hypothermia after walking barefoot through icy cold water and snow.
Well, what you didn't see...
Yeah?
Because this movie was 2 hours long, and there was already so much great content, you couldn't have everything in it. Okay, you remember? It was... What was that one Star Wars movie? You know?
Be more specific. Are you talking about where he's in Carbonite?
No, not that one. It's where, it's where Mark Hamill's all fucked up, and he gets stuffed inside that one little, beast thing.
Tauntaun?
She sticks her feet in the deer.
Does she?
Mm-hmm.
What about the rest of her body?
Her feet are the ones that are cold.
So you like people killing animals? Just so that you can stay warm.
She was putting it out of its misery. It was suffering.
No, it looked like it was about to get up. Yeah.
As a ghost.
No, it was just...
It was a flesh wound.
It was like a lot of people in this movie. It might have been slightly wounded, but it doesn't matter because it's totally fine. And then she's like, nope, I need my feetsies warm.
No, that's not how it happened.
Pretty close.
Well, we are briefly at a correctional facility where an inmate is watching the news and he sees Samantha in the parade and he loses his fucking mind. And it made me think of, speaking of, Dream Warriors.
I knew you were going to say it. I knew it.
Where that bitch just launched her head up 6 feet in the air.
Fuck the prime time, bitch!
That's how people die by suicide, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Just head through the TV. Although I just learned the other day that you can't say suicide anymore.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Yeah, suicide's not an okay word anymore.
It's one of our... It's a screening criteria. That doesn't make any sense.
Oh no, you guys just haven't caught up to the new thing now. It's unaliving yourself.
Come
Yes.
on.
No, I unalived myself.
Who says that? Nobody says that.
Yes, they do.
In what?
Yes, they do. No, I'm 100% serious. Yeah, they unalived themselves.
Listen,
Get with the program, yo.
You know that I'm 1,000,000% behind not saying committed suicide. I am 1,000,000% behind died by suicide.
Yeah, and I do that too.
That is ridiculous. Unalived yourself? Are you kidding me?
Thank you.
My woke fam. Have you lost your fucking mind?
I swear to God.
What do you unalive yourself?
Yeah.
Why do we need a new word for everything?
We don't, actually. We're good. Suicide was absolutely fine. I know it's abrasive because, you know what?
It's an fucking sad, man.
It is. It's an abrasive thing.
That'll get her fucking with me?
No, I am not. You can look it up.
I will not. Fucking message me. Come at me. I don't care. That's dumb.
Oh, yeah. No, that's fine.
Samantha is starting to I have been a social worker for 23 years and have spent the entire time in mental health. That is ridiculous. We're not hungry anymore. We have food insecurity. Okay. We're not homeless. We have housing insecurity. I went with it all, but this is silly.
Food insecurity?
Yes. That's what you call people, like kids who can't afford school lunches and stuff. Yeah. It's food insecurity.
Oh, you can't call them hungry as fuck?
No, it's not.
Well,
it's insensitive.
Yeah, you know what? We all got to pick our battles, and apparently I'm fighting this one. Hungry as fuck was good enough for us when we were young, when we were hungry maybe sometimes. And yeah, what was the other one? The house insecurity?
Yeah.
Why though? Why? If you were less a home, you're homeless.
Mm-hmm.
You were lacking call it houseless. Or, I mean, I guess home. No, you know what? You know what is a good word that encapsulates all of the possibilities? Homeless.
Mm-hmm.
Hungry. Suicide.
Right. Yes.
Oh, God. I don't understand this
Maybe
world.
we should just bring comic relief back.
Wait, what?
We should just bring comic relief back.
Can we please? Oh.
Well, no. Robin Williams died by being unalive. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway.
Yeah. Where were we?
Samantha is starting to have more flashbacks, or what do we call those now? Current improbability.
Memory deficient.
Well, she sees an image of herself with a tank girl makeover, and that person introduces herself as Charlie. She looks like a real badass.
Excuse me? Did you just liken her to Tank Girl?
Yeah. With her face?
No.
I didn't realize what I just did, but Geena Davis and Lori Petty were in a league of their own together.
Oh,
synergy.
Yes. Yeah, circles. Circular.
Yeah.
Like up and down and around.
Yeah.
But still, she looks nothing like Tank Girl. Very defensive. I like the comic.
Okay.
Quite a lot. And the soundtrack.
Pre-synopsis, you said you liked this movie.
That was me then. That was me present deficient.
Well, Mitch gets some more news from Trin that they hit pay dirt with a former landlord of Samantha's who has a bunch of her stuff. And Mitch says he's going to take a little trip to visit Sam. Back in Charmtown, Samantha discovers she can chop the shit out of vegetables when all of a sudden she throws the knife across the kitchen and it perfectly connects a tomato to a cabinet. And she says chefs do that.
All right.
On a
Yes.
Do you know, I paused the movie
Uh-huh.
and I literally spent 10 minutes
Yeah.
trying to figure out how to describe the knife going into the tomato in the cabinet.
Wow. Okay. Well, I can go ahead and say this is not how cutting vegetables work.
Oh boy.
And of course, chefs would never throw a knife in the kitchen for a number of reasons.
Are you sure that was a good knife?
What? Okay.
Oh, reset.
No, she makes a million rule breaks in this scene. You never throw your knife. Let's just go ahead and lead off with that one. And I guess it goes without saying, if she's going to throw a knife, she should be yelling sharp. And why didn't she peel her carrots? And her cuts are uneven. And watching her cut the pepper made my eye twitch. And you know I hate that.
Do you always have to peel your carrots? What if some people like rough carrots?
You peel that shit unless she's making a stock, which she wasn't. I looked at the stove. There was no pot. There was no other things. There was no celery or onions. There's no like mirepoix, like, on her cutting board. Speaking of her cutting board, you're supposed to clean as you go. A clean kitchen is a safe kitchen. I'm going to go on record of this. You don't throw knives in kitchens.
Agree.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I didn't like it.
You're correct.
You got to represent like good practices. Safety first, motherfuckers.
Safety
first.
Motherfuckers. Safety first.
Huh.
Well, we see a man who looks shockingly like Samantha's daughter torturing another man when he gets a phone call and is told that there is some scuttlebug going around that he didn't actually off Samantha Charlie 8 years ago when he said he did. And this has some people worried.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and say I don't think he looks anything like her daughter.
You are cuckoo crazy high.
Nope. I looked at it multiple times. Not once. We'll discuss it later. Not even her eyes.
She does look a lot like him. It is eerie.
No, I don't think she looks anything like him.
Yes, she does.
I really, really don't.
You are crazy.
I mean, that may be... That's neither here nor there or anywhere. Or with a house or with a mouse. I don't think they look anything alike.
I do. Don't pick. Samantha is teaching her daughter how to ice skate when she has a slight psycho moment after her daughter falls.
Slight?
And that is when she says,
Life is pain. Get used to it.
Maybe that would be good advice to someone, but not in this instance. That is definitely not good advice to an 8-year-old that just fell and almost broke her. It fractured her wrist.
well, she didn't know she fractured it.
She was still in like mom mode for like most of it. And even when she was in mom mode, she was a cold-blooded bitch.
Well,
She's cold-blooded to that goofy kid of hers.
she's starting to have memory insecurities. Well, Samantha is starting to remember things from her past and is forgetting things in the present, and it's really freaking her out. We see some carolers.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be critical.
Oh, I do.
They don't sound like they've practiced much.
Yeah, even with guns to your heads, as carolers, you're doing a half-ass performance, and you always got to be ready to sing in any condition. Rain. So you're like mailmen or mail persons. The USPS. Through rain, sleet, snow, or guns.
I'm no expert.
Yeah.
I'm kind of an expert on Christmas. I think I would have known right away that something was amok.
You wouldn't have answered the door?
No.
You're like starting to... I don't understand why she was handing out candy. This isn't fucking Halloween.
No,
When have you ever handed out candy to a caroler or opened the door for carolers? Because that's awkward.
Listen, somebody would have gone, carolers are here, and I would have stopped, and I would have... do you hear that fucking pitch? Something is not right.
Okay.
Do not open that door.
You're correct about that fucking pitch. But I would have heard carolers, and I would have been stunned in silence. Like I saw somebody giving head inside a car in the parking garage. If you don't know what I'm talking about, listen to the April Fool's Day episode. What I'm saying is, I like to pretend I'm not home.
Well, these carolers
Yeah.
can't sing for shit because they're freaked out because that inmate from earlier,
Yeah.
well, he's there and he tries real hard to kill Samantha Charlie. But she hits him in the face with a pie,
Yeah.
and then she does some karate shit to his head
Where is that?
in the kitchen.
Okay, I forgot about another rule break.
And she says chefs do that.
They don't, though. You don't kill somebody in a kitchen. You take that shit outside and work it out. That is like the third rule that everybody knows. never kill in a kitchen.
He threw her in the kitchen.
You take that shit outside and you kill somebody by the dumpsters, and then you dump their body in the dumpsters, and then make sure you're not leaving any, trash laying about, because that's rude. You got to put that in. Also, if there are
He put
if any of your trash happens to be recyclable, you definitely are going to want to sort that first. So you put the body in with the regular trash, any cardboard that might have been there.
I don't think this is Samantha Charlie's fault. You're victim blaming. He put her head into the kitchen cupboard, and the only means she had for survival to save her kid and the dog was that pie, and so she hit him in the face, and then she karate chopped his head.
Every single kitchen has times where people are going to, resort to fisticuffs, and you take that shit outside. If there happens to be a death, there happens to be a death. You dispose of the body in the appropriate receptacle, and then you move on and you get back to wherever you are on the line. That's how it works.
I don't think we should talk about this anymore.
Chefs do that.
Well, Mitch shows up, and Samantha Charlie is going to go with him to try to figure out who she is. And thank God she has a super stable guy to leave her kid with, who is also super understanding and, might I say, pretty unflappable.
Did she give her child a gift?
Yes, she gave the gift. She gave the kid a key.
And what else did she give her 8-year-old?
A candle.
No, she didn't.
Yeah, she gave the kid a candle.
Oh, she did?
To light the way.
How can she light said candle?
Glasses and a rock.
Is that what she gave her?
And some advice.
And some matches. She gave her a book of matches. Is that her as like Samantha mom, or is that her as Charlie mom?
She's very confused.
Either way, she should know you don't give a kid an 8-year-old matches.
Oh, things are real mixed up in her head. Real mixed up. Her head was just, in a cabinet 5 minutes ago.
My head is mixed up on most days. No judging. But I would never give a child matches unless, they were going to, resort to fisticuffs out in an alley behind a restaurant. And then, you got to do whatever you got to do.
Okay, but that's what she's anticipating. She's just keeping that kid protected. Well, now we're at the White House, and the president is discussing the reappearance of a CIA operative.
Yeah.
Who just happens to be Samantha Charlie. And clearly someone has fucked up, and the president is not happy about it.
The president's an asshole. More assholey than like usual for presidents.
I mean, aren't most of them?
But more.
Yeah. That guy's an asshole in everything, though, right? Every scene with Mitch in it is hilarious, and the dynamic between Mitch and Samantha Charlie is great.
You know when they're driving?
Yes, that is what I'm referring to.
Really? What specifically are you referring to?
I think, and it's probably something you're going to be critical about, but the scene where they're driving and the woman is running down the road, which she is entitled to do and to not be harassed, but Mitch does, gives her some feedback about her appearance. That scene between Mitch and Samantha Charlie is really funny because Samantha Charlie just gives him shit about it. It's so funny.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm sure that it's very enriching in some way. And I know that she was probably very moved by having some asshole hang out the window and go, woo-hoo!
Hey, I didn't hang out the window and go woo-woo-woo.
This is exciting. You saw her tits. It's so neat.
He is a pig-faced asshole and runs off the road catcalling. He's an absolute pig.
He says it's what guys do, and I'm not a guy, so who am I to say? Well, Samantha Charlie is going through her stuff, and she finds a phone number, and guess who we see?
Is it Brian Cox?
It's Brian Cox.
How does he look exactly the same as he does now? That's not possible. It's witchcraft. That's demonic. That's a con to some people.
Brian Cox?
Yes.
Is a little Irish angel, and you shut your whore face.
Why does he look the same? Why hasn't he aged in
clean living and moisturizer? And whiskey.
30 years?
And leprechauns.
Holy shit, is this movie almost 30 years old?
96, dude.
I don't like it. That's a con.
No, it's not almost 30 years old.
Really?
No.
27 years.
Okay.
That's almost 30.
So shut up.
You and I would both round up to 30 on this one.
Not in this case.
Unless, of course, we're talking about prices of said clothes that you claim have been purchased forever, and in which case it was $20.
Right. I love him. He plays Mr. Waldman, and you know the scene, the very first scene that we see with Brian Cox, Mr. Waldman. He's sitting at the table, and this woman is sitting there, and this dog is just fucking going to town on its own ass.
It's like a fucking Pomeranian
Yeah,
or something.
And he's like,
He's been licking his asshole for the last 3 straight hours. I submit to you that there's nothing there worth more than an hour's attention. And I should think that whatever he is attempting to dislodge is either gone for good or there to stay.
well, Samantha Charlie calls him, and he tells her that her full name is Charlie Elizabeth Baltimore, and that the chapter thinks she is dead and that she is in real danger when everyone finds out she's alive. But uh-oh, someone's listening. Fuckers.
I have to tell you, and this is actually a legitimate attack, if you can believe such a thing. I got real confused, sober. I'll go ahead and say that. Sober. I got really confused on, like, when they were like chapter and all this, once they started putting in like all the names, like the code names, and I got real confused. I didn't know who was, at one point they referred to her as chapter, and then I thought it was like a chapter was like a group, and I didn't understand, and I could tell by your face before you got that smug look on your face that you felt the same way. Yes?
Those of us in the criminal justice
No!
know that the chapter is referring to an elite group of the CIA, Central Intelligence Agency.
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
What?
How do you know it's not the FBI?
It's not the FBI.
Do they have like a name like that as well?
No, of course they don't have a name like that. The FBI is not as covert as the CIA is. The CIA is always doing the all creepy undercover shit in all the movies.
Right.
Not the FBI or the FBI.
You're saying Clarice Starling was never covert. Okay. I put that as a con from Sound Slims when we did that one.
No.
And Hannibal.
The
but we don't talk about
CIA is always doing the sneaky shit and also maybe sometimes some illegal shit. Charlie and Mitch are at a hotel when we hear one of my favorite recurrent themes of the movie.
Uh-huh.
You ready for it? It's Mitch singing what he's doing.
How does that go?
Da, 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 da. Turning off the lights.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da. Before I go to bed at night.
No, what's next?
Da, 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 da.
Take some melatonin.
I'm so hilarious.
And then?
Taking care of this bitch is precarious. See?
You know what? That was beautiful.
Thank you. Precarious.
You look so proud of yourself.
I am.
You look so proud of yourself. Oh my God. I haven't seen you this happy in ages.
I'm not. I don't even know what I'm feeling right now.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Will you talk for a second so I can just enjoy this?
You got it. He's an absolute nightmare of a hotel roomie. He smokes. He walks around half naked. He doesn't knock when he comes in her part of the room or whatever. And worst of all, he's chatty as fuck. And that is easily the most egregious. And I would da-da-da-da-da if I could come up with a rhyme for egregious. So I'll just say, you would hate him.
It's because he has a penis.
As a hotel roomie. No, I said, worst of all, he won't shut the fuck up.
No, I was rhyming with egregious.
What did you say?
It's because he has a penis.
That's some shifty rhyming. I'll allow it.
Everything you said just now
Yes.
is
True.
literally everything I despise about being in a hotel with anyone.
I fucking knew it. Except for me, because I understand the rules.
We don't do that shit.
No, of course not. Ooh, gross. Also, we don't share a room.
Oh, of course not.
Ew.
Fuck off. We don't even text after a certain time. Well, Charlie goes and finds a big-ass rifle in her suitcase and is able to put it together via her muscle memory.
Uh-huh.
I don't think it's going to be much longer before she's full-on chopping people up. She almost shoots Mitch, which he doesn't take well.
Well, he didn't knock.
Well, he briefly quits, which Charlie handles by staring at him. until he tells her the story of when he stole some bonds and ended up doing 4 years in prison. He is not excited at the prospect of going back, but he has decided to at least get her to where Mr. Waldman is.
Wait, I'm sorry. How did she get him to turn around?
She stared at him.
Like a Care Bear? She Care Bear stared at him?
She kind of did.
Well, that's not okay. That's very manipulative. And it feels like you're saying that the Care Bears are manipulative, and I choose that as a con from that previous episode.
No, I think it was pretty clever.
She was like bringing on some tears. That's some, I mean, that's some female fuckery. If we're being, we back on men an awful lot. That's some female fuckery.
Works, it works. Da, 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 da.
She's playing her own version of You Can't Win.
Yeah, she is.
Atta girl.
Well, they're at the train station, and the guy who looks like Charlie's daughter, absolutely, approaches her, but can tell she doesn't know who he is, and then the bad guys come in and try to kill Mitch and Charlie.
And how does she save them?
She shoots them.
With what?
A whole bunch. With a gun. A gun.
A gun that she just happened to have? Or
No, it's in Mitch's pocket. Gosh, she's clever.
He just loosely put a gun in his pocket.
No, he done it.
Yeah. You know what he didn't do?
What?
Da-da-da-da. Gotta put the safety on.
Well, thank God he didn't put the safety on.
Not thank God. He loosely put a gun in his pocket without the safety. That's bad gun safety. That's a con. That's what it is. Con. Pew, pew.
Oh, okay. Well, it's 2023. We don't give a shit about gun safety. So they sure as fuck didn't give a shit about it in 1996.
Yeah, they did.
No, they didn't.
I mean, he didn't. He didn't.
Thank God in this one instance.
That's very dangerous. And a con, obviously.
Well, and also, thankfully, Charlie's gun instincts are coming back, and she gets herself and Mitch out of there.
Yeah, after they killed like 100 people in the train depot.
100 bad guys?
Bystanders, like random people were being killed.
No, bystanders were killed. I saw it in the credits.
You are out of your motherfucking mind.
No bystanders were killed.
A lot of them. They were all splayed out on the floor.
Those were actors.
Not real bystanders, obviously. I mean fictional.
No, they
characters.
were actors in the CIA. They were people in the CIA. Those were all the bad guys.
So CIA people.
Spooks.
CIA people?
Yeah.
So if they're in the CIA, they deserve to die. I want you on record saying that.
I think people need to be held accountable for their actions.
Yes.
In a court of law, and in the moment, that wasn't available.
One of them was like a lady with a baby carriage.
That wasn't real. Remember in Untouchables?
Yes, it was bad then, but in this, she's actually killed.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either, because I think I made that up.
Okay.
I want you to guess how much I hated seeing them in freezing cold water, which, once again, should lead them to, at the very least, my favorite word in this episode, hypothermia.
That's a lot of syllables. Well, finally, Mr. Waldman shows up. Okay, Mr. Waldman shows up. He is kind of a smartass, which you know your girl loves, but he does give Charlie a lot of information very quickly, including that she is an assassin working for the government and that one of her covers was a school teacher, and she's bought her own cover.
She says that she's in the PTA, so she can't.
She's trying to explain to him that this is all very real to her.
No, she's trying to explain to him that she's in the PTA, and that is a cult. You have to sign a blood oath when you join. It's this whole thing. And also Brian Cox drives like an asshole.
He drives like an Irishman.
Is that how Irish people drive? Irresponsibly? I want you on record saying that.
You said it.
What?
Well, Mitch doesn't trust Waldman. So they drive off without him and go to the house of the person who was on a postcard in her suitcase.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who it is? It's David Morse, who we just saw in Contact.
Yeah, Mr. Red Flags.
Okay, that's kind of funny.
How does his reaction to seeing his supposed ex-fiance, who he thought was dead, is, wow, Charlie, oh, baby.
Well, no, but then he lifts her up. He was like, at first he's like, oh my gosh, I thought you were a ghost.
Oh, I thought you were Charlie. Hey, you. He has the same reaction to somebody that can't remember another person's name.
Do you think he has amnesia?
I don't know. What's his name in this? Is it an anagram for amnesia?
Charlie is convinced she knows him, that she must have been engaged to him. Brian Cox shows up and tells Mitch that of course she knows him because the guy has been her target.
Yeah.
Very quickly, Waldman, Charlie, and Mitch are in deep shit.
Yeah, because they didn't hear a fucking helicopter until it was directly over their heads. And that was like a second away from them.
Well, the main bad guy and David Morse have Charlie tied up to a contraption that sends Charlie under freezing water trying to find out what she remembers. And while she is underwater, she has a flashback of when they tried to kill her.
Uh-huh.
She then provokes him into having her go back underwater so she can grab the gun from Waldman's pants. Spoiler, Waldman's dead. And when he brings her back up, she kills David Morse.
That's Brian Cox. They kill off Brian Cox.
They did kill up. Yeah, I kind of saw that coming, though.
Okay, well, in today's episode, for the millionth time in this movie where she should have hypothermia and or frostbite, and also when it shows how she got amnesia, and the guy that was in the,
One-Eye
Willie
Yeah.
that was in the prison earlier, and he couldn't like
put his head in the TV.
unalive himself by TV,
Right.
and he was supposed to inject her with a needle.
Yeah.
So was it something deadly in the needle? Because they don't say it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's poison.
Right. So
No, it was insulin.
Why would that kill her?
Well, because you can have too much insulin and it kills you.
Yeah, but I don't think that was the case.
It was snake venom.
Snake venom.
Yeah.
It would kill her on, like, as soon as she gets punctured.
Yeah. Have you seen Kill Bill in Volume 2?
So glad you said that. Then why didn't it kill the guy when she stabbed him in the eye with it?
Because he'd had the anti-venom.
Did he?
Yes.
Why would he need that?
Precautions.
Is his name an anagram for precautionary?
Yes. Yes. You can't handle that shit and not come prepared.
He's like a Boy Scout.
I mean, one too many times you learn.
Be prepared for any situation, like a caroler is supposed to be.
See? But he learned. Yeah.
First of all, you need to prepare in case the needle that you're trying to, jab somebody with, that might come back on you in your eye. So prepare for that. And also, if you're going to be singing in front of a crowd, be prepared to be on pitch at any time.
Okay, but what you don't know is one of his feet has 3 missing toes.
What does that mean?
From the poison earlier. So now he comes prepared.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gross.
Snake's a motherfucker.
Gross.
Yeah.
I hope you're happy.
Yeah. David Morse shouldn't have fucked with her, and also he was way nicer in contact. So anyway, those bastards had locked Mitch up, took his clothes away, and he looks both relieved and freaked out when Charlie shows up to break him out.
It's fucked up. He's tied up and naked where he could, you're not going to believe I'm going to say this, easily have caught hypothermia.
Oh, come on.
It's December.
We don't know that. Oh,
Yes,
yeah, we do.
We sure do.
Christmas time.
It is freezing fucking cold.
But maybe there was a space heater in there.
Was there?
Maybe.
He looked freezing. He was shivering.
Maybe he was like, I'm gonna fucking die. Maybe he was shivering in fear.
He was shivering for, I'm going to fucking die of hypothermia.
No. Charlie and Mitch are either in Vegas or Reno or Atlantic City, and Charlie is getting her Charlie face and hair on. Mitch notices that Charlie threw the picture of her fiance and daughter in the trash.
Fucked up.
And when he sees new Charlie, she notices his wound is seeping.
Yeah.
She shows him her tatas to distract him.
That's not okay.
So she can rip the bandage off. And she says she learned that trick in a book about deflowering virgins.
I read it in this Harold Robbins book. Guy bites her on the ear, distracts from the pain. Ever try that?
What the fuck?
Well, then she asks him if he's ever tried that trick.
Jesus Christ.
He says,
No, I sock him in the jaw and your pop goes the weasel.
Wouldn't it have taken God damn it.
I love that line so much.
That says a lot about you.
I know.
Okay. Wouldn't it have taken a hell of a lot more to color her hair from brunette to platinum blonde. And oh boy, goody, the way too white makeup of the 90s. That brings you back, doesn't it?
Yeah. I never did that, though.
Yeah.
Hey, Anna,
Yeah.
I have a question.
Well, what?
Within this scene,
Yeah.
speaking of tequila,
Mm-hmm.
you know that part where she rolls the shot of tequila on her face?
Oh, it's so cool.
And then oh, it is?
I'm in a glass case of emotion.
You know what? Sometimes you just gotta take your lumps. That one's worth it. It is super fucking cool.
It is. I have paused that so many times.
Oh, it's when she drops it. Oh, god damn.
It's pretty cool.
I will live my entire life and never be as smooth as that moment in that movie. I'm gonna learn it. You watch.
Yeah. Well, in the spirit of spirits,
Yeah.
I'd like to know something you like about the movie Cocktail.
Oh, I feel fucking betrayed. Something I like about. I was ready to give you an insult. God damn, I'm right. This rocked me a bit. I gotta say, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, Cocktail. God, I know a lot of people love this movie. Oh God, it's really popular. I just hated it. I don't know why. I hated it. What did I like about it? Oh, it has booze. Cheers.
Okay, I'll take it. Mm-hmm. I'll take it. Well, one of the things I hated about that movie is that the guy unalived himself at the end.
Yes, he sure did.
God,
Also,
idiotic thing to say.
I love tricks.
I know.
Whether with, bottles or...
What has Elizabeth Shue in it?
Oh, you know what she's really good on?
Adventures in Baby. Oh, she's
The Boys.
Holy shit. She's incredible in that show.
Fucking good. Okay.
Anyway. Well, Charlie says Samantha never actually existed and she's ready to get back to business of killing. She calls Perkins, the guy who works for the CIA. Well, Perkins is in cahoots with the main bad guy, who I don't think is actually ever called by a name.
Is he not?
I looked it up and his name's Timothy. Maybe they say Timothy later.
His name isn't really Timothy. Oh, in the movie?
In the movie, it's Timothy.
Oh.
But I only know that because I looked up the cast.
You know what? He doesn't look like a Timothy at all. That's a con.
Oh, boy. Well, Perkins tells him he's got to off Charlie before she screws up their whole plan. Charlie tests Perkins to see if she can trust him. And, of course, after she calls him, she sees that people are out to kill her. And this is kind of a funny part. Every scene between the two of them is so good. I love their chemistry.
I'm just saying.
Yeah?
And I don't need to explain how I know with certainty.
Uh-huh.
But a body won't shield you from being shot. No further questions are needed. I'm just saying that's a con.
You described things in detail earlier that I don't think you should talk anymore.
Like killing somebody outside of a restaurant and then dumping their body in a dumpster and then not trying to use another body as a shield in case another person that is defending said person that got killed tries to shoot you, and then you use original said person as like a shield, and then the bullet actually goes through the body and then into your gut, and then now you've got a gut injury and you've got to go to the hospital, but first you got to dump the body and of course recycle any of the materials to make sure that you got the cardboard so that
all those
reduce your carbon footprint.
Look at me. Stop talking. Stop talking. Stop.
It's so hypothetical.
Charlie figures out that Perkins is no good.
Yeah.
She and Mitch decide to take off to get her key from her daughter, which opens a locker full of cool shit, passports, spy stuff, probably a leather-bound clue book.
I mean, I don't remember seeing a clue book in there, leather-bound or not. That's a con. Also, she pushes him out of a moving car.
Just for a minute.
Well, he doesn't sustain a single injury, and that is after surely suffering from the symptoms of hypothermia.
Oh my God. Well, Charlie has a big-ass rifle and is sneaking up behind the house. This is another one of my favorite.
What the fuck?
She's sneaking up behind the house when she sees one of her students smoking. And she asks him, "What have you learned about smoking?" And he's like freaking out. And she's like,
Tell anyone you saw me. I'll blow your fucking head off.
she's just out here saving lives.
And then what happens?
Well, she saved him from its early death.
Do you know how much fear that kid would have had to piss his pants?
Do you know what he's not going to have? Lung cancer. You're welcome.
Well, I know it ain't cool unless you pee your pants, but
Yeah.
somehow I don't think those rules apply here. I think he's just really fucking scared and he just pissed himself.
Well,
He's going to have that trauma forever.
you know what he's not going to have?
Hope she's happy. It's gone.
I think she is happy. Well, Charlie gets the key and is getting ready to leave, but she briefly stops and looks at her daughter and fiance. Mitch sees that the bad guys are in town and he alerts Charlie, and they start chasing Mitch. But then,
Okay, I just tell you that Mitch is like you whenever you literally see any car driving behind you. Like a car driving slowly, kind of slowly.
yeah,
At a normal speed. You're like, they're bad. There must be a baddie.
that's a very quiet street. And it's the middle of the day.
Another car couldn't possibly be coming down the
It
street.
would be it'd be very unusual.
In Charm City.
In Charm City, two perps, shifty eyes.
How do you know? You see, it's so... Okay, well, I can't see shit, so I'm just going to guess... I can't... No. He couldn't...
When you know. If you have those instincts.
Perp instincts? You've got perp instincts. It's kind of like dirt instincts.
Yeah.
Then what happens?
Well, something believable.
Yeah?
That's all I can say. But I'll tell you some more.
Please.
She hops on some ice skates.
Ice skates!
Yeah. It's believable, man. And she... It's my believable face. She chases the bad guys down. She kills them. To teach them a lesson for fucking with Mitch.
Yeah, also that skating rink is in the middle of this teeny tiny Charm City town. I think Charm City is actually like the nickname of a big city. Well, no one noticed. No one in this teeny tiny town with the borderline vacant streets that it would be weird if a car was going up it in the middle of the day. Nobody in this town noticed a platinum blonde lady who was once Mrs. Santa in their fucking parade 2 weeks prior, ice skating, shooting multiple times, which had to be extraordinarily loud. And again, small town, so people are nosy as fuck. We've lived in a lot of small towns, so I'm not dogging on small towns. We all know it's true, and y'all in the small towns know it's true too. And also, speaking of no one noticing shit, the bad guy can just snatch up a kid in the middle of a church Christmas play and chuck her over his shoulder and stroll out of there?
Are you just asking questions or do you want answers?
I want answers. I want fucking answers.
Okay.
Oh, it's here my desk? Answers, please.
Okay, well, here's my answer. The reason why they didn't notice any of that ice skating stuff is because this is a small town and they're all at the church watching the nativity thing.
Not watching the kid that was in the nativity thing getting snatched.
Well, that was after the concert was over and they're all having cookies. Well, the one lady was nosy as hell and the guy was like, I'm going to cut your kid's throat if you don't get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
I'm about to give you 2.4 kids.
Right.
That's not okay. None of this is okay. She couldn't say anything after he left?
Hey, guess what?
What?
I'm sorry, in the credits, is he the good guy or is he the bad guy?
He's the bad guy.
He's the bad guy.
He's the bad guy.
He's a bad guy.
Duh.
Okay, go on.
Well, the main bad guy does snatch up Caitlin and calls Charlie, and she immediately tells him where she is. But he still depersonalizes her by calling her the kid. He tells her to go to the Holiday Inn because he doesn't want to talk over a cell phone. Mitch has a brilliant idea about how going to a phone company and running a patch so they can trick bad guy into thinking she went where he told her to, and then she has the phone company trace bad guy's location. It all makes perfect sense.
Uh-huh.
I totally understand it.
I'm so glad you said that he depersonalized her because you and I both know that isn't how you depersonalize somebody. You call them it and then tell them to put the lotion in the basket or else it gets a hose again.
I mean, he's basically calling her. I mean, he's calling her the kid. He's not calling her. He's not calling. Yeah, he's basically calling her nothing.
Put the fucking lotion in the basket.
Charlie figures out that all of this has to do with Operation Honeymoon, which is a CIA operation. And when she finds his place and sees Perkins is there, she knows that she basically doesn't have a chance against them. Perkins tries to pretend like he isn't a total piece of shit by getting Caitlin a doll. Nice try, fuckface.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Charlie tries to sneak onto the base, which is guarded by about 20,000 people. For about 5 seconds, she thinks she's getting away with it. But nah, main bad guy tricked her. He snatches up Mitch. He puts Charlie, Mitch, and Caitlin together. And Perkins whines to Charlie about Congress and budget cuts. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, I love it when bad guys explain their entire misdeeds and motivations.
Yeah, which literally happens in every movie.
I love it. I think it sure is fortunate that her daughter is a little Miss Piss Myself so she could soak up all that gasoline in it.
Yeah. Remember when you had a chatty Cathy? It was like you tried to out-talk your chatty Cathy and we all lost.
I out-talked my chatty Cathy until it ran out of batteries. And then Mom and Dad were like, if I give her this, she'd have somebody to talk to. So she won't be so dadgum lonely. And then chatty Cathy fucking unalived herself so she didn't have to talk to me anymore.
Chatty Cathy's like, get me out of here. Well, Perkins, he says that unfortunately he's going to have to kill 4,000 people so Congress will increase the budget against terrorism, which is funneled to the CIA. Charlie tells the main bad guy that he is the father of Caitlin. And I so wish she would have had the results of a paternity test in her pocket, like Maury style.
Yeah, Maury just steps out. You
are the father.
Oh, shit. Look at her. She's like, look at her eyes. Okay, I personally think the kid looks nothing like them.
I
like him.
do. We are going to put this on Instagram because I think you are crazy.
Well, am I a bad person if I say that she looks a little ass-eyesy? She looks like ass eyes. You know, from Major Payne. Would you look at that ass eyes? That's that kid.
Yes, you are a bad. Yes, that makes you a bad person. Well, Charlie also tells him that he's going to die screaming, and she's going to watch. And then she goes, "Am I lying? Real creepy like." Atta girl.
She thinks it'll wipe the smile right off his face.
Well, it kind of did.
Ugh.
It scared the shit out of me.
Ass eyes was like,
stop it.
Yeah, Daddy, we're gonna watch you scream.
Oh my god, it's like the radio guy from Oh Brother.
I was thinking of Bobby Boucher's daddy. Hey, Bobby, I'm your daddy.
Aren't those the same people?
Roberto. Huh?
Is it the same actor?
Roberto? The same actor as whom?
As the guy from Oh Brother.
No, the guy in Oh Brother Where Art Thou is Stephen Root. Oh, this guy is someone else.
Okay. Main bad guy locks Charlie and Caitlin up in a meat locker, and things look pretty bleak, except Charlie stuck some gasoline in the doll Perkins gave Caitlin, and Charlie blasts their way out of there, which also frees Mitch.
Nobody noticed that the baby doll probably reeked of gasoline.
There are like 12,000 men around here. Can you imagine how fucking stinky that place is?
Nothing outstinks gasoline.
There's gasoline all over the place. There's a tanker.
Well, there's a gallon of it in that fucking baby.
Yeah.
And also, why does ass eyes take so long to give her the matches? Time's a fucking factor, kid.
She's 8.
And also, she probably can't see because one eye's going over here and one eye's going... I'm sorry. Is that fucking rude?
Her eyes were normal, but she fell on the ice.
That's what did it? It reminds me of Christmas Vacation.
She falls in a well, eyes go cross. She gets kicked by a mule, they go back to normal. I don't know.
Again, is Mitch incapable of sustaining a single injury?
No, he sustains all the injuries. I think by the end of the movie.
No, not hypothermia, not being tossed out of a car, not being... He can...
You're silly.
He's very bounceable.
He's got bounceability.
Oh, fuck. Did he play football?
Is he a quarterback? Charlie tells Caitlin to hide while she kills all the baddies, but unfortunately, Caitlin chooses the absolute fucking worst hiding place, the gigantic truck with all of the explosives that are going to blow up the 4,000 people. I guess this could be 4,001 now.
some point, the numbers just all run together.
Man.
Oh, finally, Mitch is shot.
Well, Mitch tries to save Dave, but gets shot all to shit. But does tell Charlie that Caitlin is in the truck. Charlie manages to get on the truck and is heading out of town so it can't kill everyone. But then, oh shit, the brakes go out and the truck crashes. Main bad guy shows up and he and Charlie start beating the shit out of each other. He falls in the water but doesn't die, kind of like she did 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Charlie gets Caitlin off the truck and tells her to run. And if it was me, I might have followed up with, and don't hide somewhere stupid again.
Yeah. Just shake the shit out of her.
Fucking hide you.
You gotta know these things. Why do you have a book called People Who Eat Darkness? That seems fucked up. That's a con.
Do not ever.
Never.
Use
I
my
apologize.
books as a con.
I rescind. Blessed sweet baby infant Jesus, another fucking parade?
Yes.
No way you liked this. Ain't no way. The parade. You're just, hey, Katrina.
What?
Just body to body, right next to other, just shoulder to shoulder, and there's a person behind you whose fucking gut just keeps going right up against the lower part of your back, and they just keep nudging you over. Somebody farted in the crowd for sure,
Yeah.
and they're just crop dusting everybody.
Just overtime.
And,
It's always in a parade.
And then there's somebody chucking candy at you from one of those things. It's all loud. Somebody's got an air horn. And just bodies and bodies touching each other like sardines, like cute little Christmas sardines.
Yeah. Yep.
Love it, huh?
You know, what I think is cool about America.
Cold. It's very cold here, too.
It is cold. Well, I think it's cool that people like different things.
Mm-hmm.
Because if everyone liked the same thing, then everything would be a parade, because everyone would be just everywhere all the time. And if everyone liked all this shit that I liked, then they'd be where I am. And I wouldn't like that. So I like that people like parades, because then they can be over there in their fucking crowded parade with their fart testing, and I can be over with my book.
You know what Charlie likes?
What?
Learning about new things, obviously, because she already knows how to drive a semi.
Dude, when you're in the CIA, you know all sorts of shit.
Bullshit. I don't see her with no hat turned backwards. That's a con. You know it. Meet me halfway across the skies.
I would like Exhibit A. What is she wearing?
I don't know.
You don't?
A hat?
What shirt is she wearing?
What shirt is she wearing?
Uh-huh.
Metallica?
No.
Truckers R Us?
She's wearing a white, sleeveless trucker shirt.
What's that called?
A bad guy beater.
A bad guy beater?
Yeah.
Duh.
It's all the rage in the CIA. She's wearing the CIA line.
So you're saying that all truckers wear bad guy beater shirts?
No, I'm saying, and also, forthwith. Touche. So when Charlie passes out on the bridge, Caitlin runs back to give her a little bit of her own medicine. She's like, stop being a little baby. Life is pain. You just get used to it. The genetics are strong with these two because that works. And they try to run off the bridge, but for fuck's sake, main bad guy is back. He tries to kill her. The CIA won't help, but Mitch is a bad motherfucker. He is still alive, and he saves them.
The truck crashes with a bomb in it and doesn't immediately explode. And yeah, he lived. Ha 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 ha. I have in my notes. And how far away exactly do you have to be to not be deathfully affected by bombs?
200 feet.
Well, they only had 2 seconds to get away from it. You and I have both run. We know that it takes longer to get that distance.
Well, they were in a car.
Well, they have to start it up. This is winter, right?
No, no. Mitch is driving.
Yeah.
Mitch drives out of the truck and he grabs them.
He drives out of the truck and then like 2 seconds, he hasn't given this car a proper amount to warm up. That's not good for your motor and your carburetor. I bet.
Well, no, it's all fine. Listen, the truck blows up. They still escape. They don't look so hot, but this is basically a love story, so we know it's all going to work out.
They drive off.
Yeah, OFT.
Okay, well, I know there are bigger things going on as a matter of importance, but that girl is 8, correct?
Yeah.
She's not supposed to be in the front seat. That's illegal. They would have gotten pulled over for sure. Shouldn't they all be in a hospital?
Well, yeah, that's where they're going. Don't they go? Yes, they have to get over to Canada first.
Canadian hospitals?
Yes.
Why?
They got that good medicine over there.
It sure won't cost a fucking... That whole briefcase that she's got in the locker, it's gonna be completely spent because of all the fucking hospital visits.
Well,
that's a con.
The president tries to get Charlie to come back to the CIA, and she's like, kick rocks, loser. But she does have him do a favor for her good friend Mitch. The CIA is on the Larry King show talking about the kerfuffle that happened on the bridge. Mitch is there being interviewed as the hero. And Larry King is like, this is crazy. Do people really think this all seriously happened? To which Mitch replies,
Well, what Carla failed to realize, Mr. King, is that I'm always frank and earnest with women. In New York, I'm frank. In Chicago, I'm earnest.
Is Larry King okay or is he trash?
I think he's good. I think he's fine.
He's old. He's old as hell. Is he still
alive?
I think it's some witchcraft shit that he's still alive. Not good witchcraft, like bad witchcraft.
Oh, jeez, I don't think so.
Really? You explain it. He's 132 years old.
Okay. Is he a necromancer?
Maybe. You mean he was dead previously and he's raised himself?
Maybe.
Okay, I concede.
Well, Charlie, Caitlin, and her fiance and some goats are chilling out in the countryside. Charlie kills a loud-ass bug with a knife. That's the end of the movie.
It's done. Yes. It's over now.
Yay!
Yay!
Yippee!
Yahoo!
I knew I was getting a button push. I was ready. My body was ready. I just wasn't ready for fucking cocktail.
You know what? That was organic.
It just came to you?
It just came to me. Yeah.
You was right. I'm so sorry. I know people love cocktail. I know. I just didn't.
I don't hate it. I don't have the feelings like you have about it, but...
I just thought he was so unlikable. And it's Tom Cruise. So I really need Tom Cruise to be likable if I'm going to watch a Tom Cruise movie.
Yeah.
That's fair, right?
Yeah. I think Tom Cruise is likable in a lot of his movies.
I agree. That's why I like a lot of his movies.
Yeah.
Just not this one.
No. He's hilarious. Hilarious in Tropic Thunder. Oh my God.
You know what else is hilarious?
What?
This movie.
This is an action movie.
Yes.
She's great. She's a great actress. I think she's great.
I don't know who it was that was the voice of reason. Male, female, whoever. I don't care. Whoever it was that was like, no, she can be the lead. She's fantastic. Make this happen. Good for them. They were absolutely correct. She's fantastic. There has to be more positive male, like female action movie roles. There has to be. There can only be so many Sarah Connors.
Right.
You know, there can only be so many Charlie Baltimores. I mean, there has to be more because clearly there definitely is a place for that. I'm not talking about remakes. I'm not commenting on the Ghostbusters remake. I'm just saying there can be brand new characters that are female, that aren't Lara Croft, that aren't Charlie Baltimore, that aren't Sarah Connor, that are fantastic.
Yeah.
And can hold the movie and hold it well.
Well, and as much as I objectify men, I really could have objectified Geena Davis way more in this. She is slamming in this.
Smoking. That's her in the shower.
I know.
God damn.
Yeah, gorgeous. And really, every scene with her and Mitch, I love the chemistry between her and Samuel L. Jackson. They're so funny.
I'm sure there's criticisms about his role in this movie.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's legitimate criticisms about his character and his, being a back character to a white woman. Quite frankly, I don't want to say I'm not educated enough. That's just not what I focused on. I focus on stupid shit.
Right.
So I'm not going to focus on actual attacks. That's not my job. I mean,
Did you add more tequila to my margarita?
No.
Oh.
You were there. You watched me pour it.
I wasn't paying attention.
I know.
Well,
no, I really didn't.
But he alludes one time he's like, and when she's like, just honk the horn or something, he'll go, I'll be honking the horn, Miss Daisy. I mean, so there's a couple times that they allude to that, or not allude to it, they reference it in the movie. There are so many parts of this that are the end. It's so absurd. I mean, it's absurd. But is it any more fucking absurd than the Die Hard movies? Give me a break.
Oh, God, we just watched Bullet Train, and we will go over that, soon. But, or RRR.
Right.
Or any of those, any action movies, you absolutely cannot tear this down in its absurdity as far as, realism in sequences or, what might happen any more than you could any other action movie.
John McClane is being held by the strap of a gun.
Yeah.
In Die Hard,
yeah.
a movie everyone loves. That's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense.
Okay. Having said all that.
Yeah.
Can I say what we're doing next?
Oh my God.
Okay. Well,
speaking of fucking absurd.
Absurd?
No one knows this movie. No, there's no way anyone knows this movie.
I bet we've got a few listeners.
I'll be shocked.
It's 80s. We both love it.
And wait, our brothers will know. Jason and Sean will know.
100%.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, our brother Jason just celebrated his birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Jason. That was last week.
It's 5'5", because he's a 5'5". I'm 11'11". Our mom is 4'4".
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet there's a few. We're doing an action movie. It's one of mine. We're going back to me being the pro on this one. We're doing Beastmaster. Ferrets are cute.
They are. No.
They'll steal your shit, but they run through those tunnels and they're super cute. Oh, my coworker Stephanie has ferrets.
Oh.
Yeah, that's really neat. Or at least one. I think she has a couple.
I have to get all my nice stuff out about ferrets now. Wait, I can say nice things about ferrets because that's about the animal, not about the movie.
Yes, as long as it's about those specific ferrets. Well, I can't wait to record it. It's going to be really fantastic.
It's going to be real dumb.
I'm really glad we did this one. This was a blast.
This was fun.
All right, well, until next time, Katrina Porter.
You know, Serene.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye, everybody.